welcome to a new video, and today we're back for a site that we visited over Christmas 2024 when the railway bridge in the distance there was being pushed into place. We're stood in a field surrounded by the towns of London Colney, the village, I guess, of Knapsbury, which used to be an old asylum which is now converted to housing, and in the distance the city of St Albans. And behind me where the drone is, the M25 runs along the side of this site. Now, the area on the far side over the Radlett strategic rail freight interchange, it's going to be a large logistics park being built on the former Radlett aerodrome site in Hertfordshire, and that's the area you can see to the above the Midland Mainline, which runs through the middle of the video there. So there's been a fair bit of construction since I was last here 10 months ago. And what they're doing at the moment is they're building a connection into the Midland Mainline so the freight can come off the Midland Mainline here at London Colney, Radlett, if you like, and come across this bit of road you can see here. This will be the railway line. So it'll come down this area here, pass under a bridge that was pushed into place. There's some videos on the channel if you want to see that from Christmas. And on the far side, on the other side of the railway, they're going to build 7 logistic warehouses. So the vision is to create, and I'm going to read the Segra website now, 335,000 square metres of state-of-the-art strategic rail freight interchange, including highly sustainable logistics space, enveloped in 600 acres of managed woodland, conservation grazing and a public country park. Now, this is very controversial, this site. There's been years of legal work and there's doubt in the local community that there'll ever be a rail freight connection here. They're clearly building one, so I hope that those fears are now allayed. But my first thought when I parked the car in Knapsbury was, gosh, it is really loud here. You could clearly hear the drilling, and the local community must be going mad from the noise they can hear all day. Now, I bumped into someone walking their dogs, and they say that the farmland's going to be turned into woodland, and it should shield the locals from what's going to be built on the other side of the railway line. But it'll be interesting to see just how quickly that wood takes to shield it, because these are going to be big warehouses. Very controversial project, and yeah, it's not one I expect this video to get very positive reviews of, because the locals are very against this. It's like I said, it's been through the courts for years. There's been project groups, there's been protests. Not sure if it was Greenbelt. Someone will correct me in the comments if it was. So according to the Segra website, on the other side of the railway here, that's going to be Area 1. That's going to be where the actual warehousing is built. It's going to be surrounded by another 7 areas of woodland that's going to be built. There's going to be country parks, there's going to be a trim trail, there's going to be new picnic areas, there's going to be new water features. The area itself is going to be developed into a fantastic green space with the interchange in the middle of it. But as a visitor to this one, and having seen the one being built in Northampton at Junction 15, it really does stand out to me that the connection to this interchange, this freight depot, is going to be on the 414 rather than the M25. And I know it wasn't in the planning for it ever to connect to the M25, but you look at Northampton and how all the freight can instantly get onto the motorway network, where here there is going to go through the local roads onto an already congested dual carriageway. Clearly there'll be staff coming into the area as well, so hopefully it won't be too bad when it's built. But you know, we're looking down the far end here. This is where the roundabout area will be built, and yeah, it's a big scheme. Hopefully the locals won't be as disruptive to them in the future. Looking at the site from the train as I pass quite regularly, it's quite amazing what's going on here now with the JCBs working and digging deep into the ground. You can see there's a lot of critter fencing up around these woodlands that are still there, these trees and the green areas. So hopefully the wildlife's been protected and the areas that'll still be there in the future once the site is constructed. But yeah, like I said, I'm not expecting this video to go down well. I'm expecting there to be a lot of negative feedback, but I wanted to document what's going on the outskirts of St Albans. And seeing this on the train every day, I think people will be wondering what's actually being built here. It is a huge site, and even when you're passing on Thameslink, it seems to be there for quite a while. The engineering for the railway link, amazing. As you see a train pass underneath. They over Christmas they moved that bridge into place that had been built at the side of the railway. A couple of days to knock down a bridge, a couple of days to move a new one in place, and the railway opened on time. Fantastic. £72 million cost. Clearly there's a lot of money being spent here developing this site, and I just wanted to come along, document what had happened so far, and show you guys. It is, like I say, a huge project. There is hundreds of thousands of square feet to be developed here, and I'm going to go up to Northampton hopefully in the next few weeks. I went there a couple of weeks ago to try and do a video, but couldn't get parked on the site. Attracted all the usual attention from security, and we'll get a video to compare to what we see here now, to what's happening in Northampton. So there's that Midland Mainline connection, which is going to be the route into the rail freight, and yeah, that's it. Hopefully the locals are a bit more appeased now. Hopefully the noise isn't too intrusive in their day. The local area to this site, I think it's gorgeous. And the walks hopefully will improve lives. Hopefully it'll open up areas that weren't accessible in the past. There's the M25 running along the top of the video there. But yeah, there's the former Radlett aerodrome, now being constructed into a strategic freight depot in Hertfordshire. So as always, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll be back. It won't be relatively soon, and we'll see this site develop from what was green space, unused green space, I don't think anyone even had access to it, into a huge employment hub and logistics and rail sidings. There's going to be a new Park Street Relief Road. It should be new access to Park Street Station, and the Midland Mainline connection. So lots of development here on the outskirts of St Albans. And yeah, just thanks for watching as always. Take care. See you in the next video.